Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Watchers Overwatch Brawl tournament number 6 over here in the month of June, as I believe I do not really keep count with the calendar because, you know, school year is ending over here, at least up in Canada. I know it's ended over in the States. But with that excitement, we have other exciting stuff. We have Redacted versus the New England Whalers starting off on Lijiang Tower, of course, like we normally do. And with me, we have the lovely man of class. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great today. You know, been keeping in touch with E3, a lot of new games coming out, but nothing really, compares to Overwatch, you can always say. Although there are some new and shiny things out there, so keeping my hands ready for that one. Although we mostly have to wait until 2020 for anything to actually come out, but that's how it goes.
Yeah. Speaking of new games, I want my Skate 4. But anyways, with other exciting news, we have Gurney in here today. Gurney, how are you? What team do you represent, and what do you do for that team?
Hello. My name is Gurn. I am the main tank sub today, primarily the coach for Redacted.
Yeah, of course, and it's excited to have you in here. And being the coach / sub tank, what was your preparation coming into this game? Of course, being a sub and not the main. How did you have to go about this, switching from the coach role to the player role?
I have a long history as a player, so I just scrimmed the past couple of days with the team to get ready, get back into the feel of the game. Did a lot of prep work outside of that, right? Being a coach, scouting and whatnot. It was fairly easy for me.
That's very good to hear, to know that a lot of coaches actually have that playing experience and aren't just going off of what they see, but actually knowing the game that they do. And have you guys watched any tape on the New England Whalers? Of course, coming off of that exciting and ecstatic reverse sweep in the first round. Have you watched that tape?
Oh, of course we have. We were watching it live when it happened, taking notes, seeing what we needed to do, how to adjust, things like that.
Yeah, of course we'd love to see teams going over notes and having those in there. And have you looked at any other teams as before this game and are thinking ahead, or are you just totally straight laser focused on New England right now?
For the past week or so, I would say we've been fairly laser focused. Aside from that, though, we're just trying to hone down the fundamentals and start grinding out that more nuanced thing of higher Overwatch.
Yeah, of course, that higher bit of Overwatch, you have a high ceiling. And has this team been around for a long time, or is it just like a new lineup?
I believe the team has been around for a month and some change. I personally have been on this roster maybe 2 weeks, maybe a little bit less than that. But a lot of these guys knew each other beforehand, so the synergy.
Yeah, of course. And how does it feel, like we said before, coming in as a sub tank? How does it feel with that, maybe intertwining that synergy with yours? That may take a little bit of time, but how do you feel like it's going to mesh together?
So my main tank player, Dembek, who's not here, has a very similar style to what I personally play. So coming into the team, it was quite an easy transition. I had to play a little bit more aggressive than I normally do, because I normally play more conservative and kind of flip the switch, if you will, right? Whereas he's more aggressive all the time. So adjusting to what the team expects to what I'm normally doing was a little bit of a challenge, but overall it was fairly easy to transition in.
That's great to hear. And with that, we will be saying goodbye to you for right now and saying hello to you once we come into the game. Thank you, Gurney, for coming in here. Good luck. Have fun. And
Thank you.
So with that, man of class, what are you thinking right now?
I mean, I'm thinking, we were talking a little bit before the game, and I heard like 3-2 scores predictions coming out from Gurn himself. So we saw New England Wales do the reverse sweep last time they played. Maybe they can do it again. I mean, who knows? Or maybe Redacted will do the reverse sweep. All I know, it's potentially a very close game. We haven't seen Redacted play, obviously, because they got a bye in the first round. But yeah, a lot of potential for upsets here. New England Wales did take a little bit of time to sort of come to steam last time. So maybe that will happen again. And if that happens, you can only hope that it doesn't just, well, they don't come to Steam too late, basically.
Yeah, you definitely want to get that ball rolling pretty early, especially against a great team like Redacted, of course, getting that first round bye. But the Whalers, I mean, the first time, they were the first game we had in this tournament. It was a reverse sweep, like we said before. But I remember in the interview before that, we were talking, and I asked the question, this kind of prompted it, of, do you think that if you go down 0-1, 0-2, do you think your team can come back from it? Of course they did, and we got to see it firsthand that they do have that spirit and they do have that comeback in them. And another thing is, when a team does start to come back, can you regain control of it, get some traction again? And that's one of the main things of Overwatch is, you know, you will lose fights and matches and maps, but you do want to be able to regain traction, like I said, and put your foot down and just win that map. And New England was able to do that, but I mean, what are the compositions looking like right now?
3-3 versus 3-3 probably. Yeah, Sylph also switches. So we have the classic Zenyatta Goats versus Zenyatta Goats. Nothing really we're familiar with on the control center, but no Maze. That's something we don't see that often. There's often a Mei on either side or on one side of them.
Yeah, it's definitely a comfort pick over here on Li Shang, and both teams are going to be playing in this. The Reinhardt's going to be trying to dance around the pole right now in the center of it, but Lucid's taking a lot of damage, and so is Gurney and Holiday as well. Getting absolutely blasted right now, and the shield will be going down for Lucid, and that's going to be the end of him for right now. Beam able to put a stop to it. Right now, Redacted is going to have control of the point first after some really nice opening picks there and damage onto the shield.
Yeah, they're immediately going forward as well, taking that aggressive stance, and I really liked what they were doing. So they really used the environment to their advantage. They used the pillar to their advantage. That meant that Lucid took much more free damage than Gurn did, and then the cooldowns of the healers were just more calculated and better distributed on the side of Redacted. So that the cooldown usage in the map positioning will go a little bit better on the other side. You could see a closer fight one. Shatter doesn't hit anyone here, and we actually get the Transcendence used by Honey Badger. So going into this fight, it really looks like they're going to be able to do something, and they are stacking it down.
Yeah, and there's that fight back coming from them, and New England is able to take this point really easily after a lot of ultimates used from them. 3 ultimates, that Earth Shatter, the Sound Barrier, the Rally, and I believe the Transcendence.
They use both their support ultimates and 2 of their bigger tank ults. Biz does have the Sound Barrier, the Graviton left, and they have the Self-Destruct. There's 2 support ultimates on the other side, so Sustain is also there. It's going to be an interesting fight. And Pua actually eats the grab. Biz not really throwing that one in her right position. It's going to be New England Whalers having to back off a little bit more, and they are losing members over and over again. So looks like this is going to eventually lead to a fight win. Now it's just a question of how much percentage can they build up.
Yeah, and they're going to be, like you said, able to get those really nice picks and able to take control of the point again. 45-45 right now, with Redacted having control on Li Shang right now, and there's going to be a nice stagger or a nice early pick there onto Lucid Science, and the Brigitte play is going to be have to be huge in this game. Sorry for my English, but here comes a Graviton Search to try to pull them in there. They're trying to get Lucid again, focusing him down right now, and there's that rally going to be popped from both sides, and the Sound Barrier on the side of the Whalers. That Earthshatter is able to grab 3, but Boots is going to be going down here, and most of the team there in New England not able to win that fight after a nice Earthshatter.
Very nicely done. They did use the Graviton, and they didn't really get much value out of that. They did drag the Sound Barrier out from Sylph, which was a good thing. That Shatter really closed it down. Obviously, could put all the damage in they wanted after that one. And now they don't really have to fight to do too many ultimates, although the Graviton and the Shatter are going to be up for the Whalers. They do have their support ultimates, so they just should be fine.
Yeah, and there's an Earthshatter. It's not able to grab much there, and here comes a Graviton Surge and the Diva Bomb, not able to grab it at all, but Kuyo and Max are going to be going down here, and that's going to be huge picks. Over here on 99% is Redacted, but they're not able to capture that last percentage as the Whalers are able to flip it back.
Yeah, you're not really that worried, I would say, though, on the side of Redacted here, because you do have 3 ultimates. You have the grab, you have the sound barrier, and the defensive side, they have the self-destruct and the rally. So your ultimate bank is definitely looking a bit better, and you sort of have those ults that win fights.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, there's an Earth Shatter. Derek's able to grab 2, and here comes a Graviton Surge and a Diva Bomb. Diva Bomb's able to grab 2. That's Gurn, and Max gonna be going down. That's gonna be the Brigitte and the Reinhardt. And that's going to be that fight won already. 75% on their side for the Whalers. And this has been a very back and forth map so far, with each team taking domination at one point and flipping it back. But nearing 90% on the side of the Whalers. Here comes Rally on the side of Max. And Redact is going to try to go in for this on the last fight of this point. And here comes Graviton Surge. They still do have that sound barrier, and they're going to be using it here. And Max will be taken down here by the Fire Strike by Lucid. Here in overtime, here comes a Graviton Surge on the side of Brooks. And there's going to be a trade there. Brooks for Boosted, and Biz is going to be going down as well. And the shield is actually down for Lucid right now. That can be huge problems, but there's that Transcendence to try to counter it here. And they're just going to try to push him off the point. And overtime's ticking, but it's not going to tick down all the way. Beam and Gurn are going to be taken into this Earth Shatter, and they're going to be taken down from it. And right now, the Whalers have complete control over the point right now. It's just a Doomfist on. He's not going to last long. Overtime ticks down, and the Whalers able to take the first point on Li Jiang.
Yeah, very nicely done from the Whalers there. I mean, a lot of what that comes down to is that there almost was never any follow-up to any grab from Redacted. If any of those grabs gets them a fight win, they already had capped the point there. That last time doesn't even happen. They even ate a grab from Holiday on the other side. So, you know, it's actually pretty possible for them to win. From Biz, I think Biz was the Zarya player. But yeah, I mean, they need to get some more value out of certain ultimates. The Shatters have been okay. They've been a little bit better from Lucid maybe at some times, but that did still happen from Gurn. I think he always hits something. But it's just the value out of the grab follow-up, and like the big deal about that is that you saw Holiday do a lot of work just zoning them out with those self-destructs. Actually got 2 kills in the enemy spawn almost with those, so pretty nicely done. And Holiday was the big Diva player in the last game they played.
Yeah.
Then we have another matchup here. Yeah, so they were on dive tanks here, right? They were with the Winston, the Moira, because they were expecting maybe DPS to come out, but it's just 3-3. So they just kind of switched it around 3-3 and take that matchup. Because I mean, to be fair, they did win the last map with that.
Yeah, they did. And I feel like the Graviton Surges were just put in places where it's easily blockable by the Reinhardt. But going into this next point here on Night Market, Brooks is able to get a really nice early pick there onto Lucid and Slife as well. Gurn will be taken down as a casualty in this fight. The Redacted able to take the first control of the first point again, see if they can hold on to it now. And some nice staggers here in late picks. Luce is actually going to be taken down here for a second time. Yeah, that's going to put a halt on momentum.
That is not good, but very nicely done. And once again, it's sort of the same thing we saw at the start of the last map. They take like a good early position and use the environment to their advantage, so that Lucid has to move and take more damage. That's like kind of forcing him in that position. Maybe they were a little bit too much about, you know, capturing the point early or something like that.
Yeah, and they're going to be taking the high ground here, going to be going down for it, and they're not able to get anything from that Earth Shatter on the side of Gurn. Maybe a mistake here trying to get that, praying that his shield went down, but not going for it. Here comes the rallies from both teams, and the Transcendence as well as the Graviton Surge, and maybe this Graviton's not able to get anything out of it as well. Gurn's able to get a pick there onto Boosted with a nice Fire Strike again. There's a Transcendence on the side of Car Fixer, and Boosted taken down again. He's been taken down a lot early in these fights, and even after the fights have been done. But Slife will be taking a dip off, and just some cleanup job for them.
I mean, you're saying it. They're being a lot more aggressive towards taking out Lucid Signs, because they have been able to do so. Like every single time Lucid Science goes down first, they sort of win the fight, which is sort of normal when you have that you get that Reinhardt pick. Oh, I think the hammer shows through the wall. They know exactly where they are. It doesn't really matter. They're still gonna have the same fight, but that Shatter, ooh, gets blocked.
Oh, and there's also the sound barrier by Slife. Brilliant play from him. But oh my goodness, the Whalers just go straight through them. And they just bulldoze through it, and they're able to catch the point. 92 to 5 percentage, but the Whalers do have control of it right now. Holiday does have that Diva self-destruct on both sides. Actually, and the rally is going to be coming up on the side of Max, but see if they can get a little bit of poke damage coming in.
Yeah, it should be a little bit of an advantage to the side here for Redacted, but they could very well build this ult bank up to their advantage because they have the time to work with.
Yeah, here comes. Oh, nice Diva bomb. Gets 2, and Gurn's also able to catch 1 as well. And this is definitely going to be a fight win on the side of Redacted. And they're able to take it back, and that may be just a night market win there for them if they can stall them out from touching the point. And that's definitely a strong possibility. And it's much more than a possibility. It's a reality. 100-33, and we're tied 1-1 here on Li Zhang.
It's what I mean. Gurn was saying it during the interview before. They were very much already working on those nuances of the current meta and like the higher tier play. And what you saw in that last part is one of those nuances. Getting that boop onto a Reinhardt in order to get value out of self-destructs or shatters or whatnot. And that's just something it's relatively difficult to do, but it's definitely possible to do. And they got that boop onto Lucid Science. He was booped into the air, and then the self-destruct just cleaned it up. Very nicely done. Kuya wasn't really the hero in that story, just managed to do it out. But we're not going to see a 3-3 matchup right now. We're actually going to see the DPS come out this time. So definitely nice to see.
Yeah, you love seeing the DPS, and they will definitely be shown here. Biz going to be playing that Sombra, and on the side of Redacted, they are playing the quad DPS setup with the pharmacy going on. But they'll be fighting here, engaging, and it's going to be the Winston. Lucid going to be going down first, and so is Gurn on that side, and Holiday is going to get demeched here. But that res is crucial. That's going to be coming out, but the fight wins are coming in the favor of Redacted right now, as Brooks is able to pick up 2 nice kills there before getting traded up by Biz. But they will be able to take first control of the point like they've done on every single point so far on Li Zhang.
Yeah, now the question is, are you going to switch anything off on the other side? It doesn't look like they want to do it. They're close to the EMP, though. Big deal was happening again. They focused on Lucid Science. Lucid Science went a little bit deep. Gurn boops him further in. And then, yes, Gurn dies for it, but they have mercies. They can just res it. Very nicely done. And, yeah, they're really showing this, that they have these in-fight plans as well. They really adapt very well to targets they want to focus. And now Gurn gets hacked up, so that's a little bit dangerous, but there's no one to really attack him.
Yeah. Brooks is going to dip low, but he's nothing to capitalize on. He has Amhex form right now, and Carfix is able to get a nice boop there onto Biz, and Brooks able to get another one as well, and Coalescence is going to be popped here. He's able to get 1 so far, but is that going to be able to match up? It doesn't look like it. Carfixer is able to get 3 there, and able to get that, and they're going to remain control at this point, and their ult economy is looking absolutely brilliant on the side of Redacted right now.
Yeah, like once again, they're really thinking about what they're doing. Carfixer was flying above the enemy spawn side because he'd seen the translocator from Biz, and instead of destroying it, just waited for him to translocate back, booped him off the map. It's just those small plays.
Oh, 6-minute hack. 6-man EMP from Biz. And that could be enough to win this fight altogether. Carfixer and Boom, the pharmacy is down, but Holiday is going to get demeched here, but that's not going to be very much here as Lucid Science is absolutely cleaning house right now on that Winston. And Whalers are looking to take their first control here on Gardens.
It doesn't really matter, though, because the only ultimate they need on the other side of Redacted is, you know, the EMP. Now, they've got the EMP. They can just switch to the 3-2-1 with the Sombra, walk in, EMP everything, kill everything, take the point, and basically win. Because that's what they basically need one more fight, a good fight.
Yeah, and they also... Yeah, and here comes the rally on the side of Boosted. See if they can do that, and there's a Coalescence as well, but there's that 4-man hack. The EMP going to be coming through with the sound barrier. That Lucio was not hacked, but Lucia is not going to be saved from it. And not much of Redacted as well going to be saved, and they're able to win this fight, and that EMP was really in vain there.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't really need to use it. They used the Primal, they used the Coalescence. They didn't really... I mean, the sound barrier was used because of the EMP, right? That was just to counter the follow-up. But there were already 2 ultimates used. Nothing had happened. Demon only died. You could just basically say, well, then we just don't use anything. We just go for the next fight, and then we still have the EMP. Now they don't. Now P has to go over to the Diva again. And now they're in an even comp situation, and they have a slight ultimate advantage, but it is a little bit trickier than it was before.
Yeah, and they are going to be going into this, and there's some huge damage coming in. 3 criticals, and Holiday and Lucid able to chip in there onto that Ryan and Zarya combo, and everyone's just going to take a dip and go for a reset here, and it looks like one more fight may be in order here on Li Zhang, as we are tied 1-1 on Li Zhang right now, but it is 80% to 81 with the control to the Whalers, and no,
yeah, you gotta really wonder. You gotta really wonder, like, where if they lose this on the side of Redacted, which they were at a very large lead, they're now sort of losing that. Where did that go wrong? And we're gonna talk a little bit later because the last fight's incoming.
Oh, nice there's a 3-man shatter there. Lucid Signs gonna fall first, and Car Fixer and Brooks are able to capitalize on it here, and they're definitely gonna win this fight and take the point back for themselves, 99% to 83. Then Boost is actually going to switch over to the Doomfist. And
yeah, Boost is going to the Doomfist. Wants to get back in time. Lucid Science on the Wrecking Ball goes over to the White Room. Will he get in? Someone needs to touch here, and I'm curious who it's going to be. Does look like it might be Holiday. No, it will be Lucid Science in the end, but grab straight away. We'll just go down. And this is the last fight already in full force.
Yeah, for sure, and definitely all the ultimates, and here comes a Sound Barrier and a Transcendence in the Earth Shatter as well, going to be coming off from Redacted, not able to get any, actually able to get kills out of it. Lucid and Honey Badger going to be going down, but Carfixer will be traded out from it by that Doomfist. Here comes a double, oh my goodness, double Diva Bomb. QE is the only one to be able to pick something up here, and they do need to get some kills on this point. There comes the rally by the side of Max and Biz and Slife. We're going to be taken down here, but Beam's going to get traded out. And Boost is getting dangerously low, and he will be taken down there. We are in overtime of the last fight of Li Zhang right now, and there comes the area denial. The bombs are going to be coming in, but Honey Badger switching over to that. Tracer's able to get a nice pick there onto Gurn, and Holiday's going to get demeched, and Biz is going to be taken out of this fight completely. And it's just that Hammond right now on the point, and that Lucio as well. And they're going to try to stall, and here comes a Graviton Surge, and that may just do it.
Yeah, that will. Then we're missing a lot of focus fire, and that Graviton just locks it up. Both the Lucio and the Hammond that were being annoying, taken out by the CC in the end, and that's what they really needed. But nicely done for Redacted. That Shatter really changed everything back. And yeah, they won in the end, so we don't even have to talk about why they would have otherwise not won it. That's nice.
Do you want to talk about why they would have lost?
No, we don't have to. I mean, we saw a lot of good plays coming in for both teams, really. And actually, those stall picks in the last seconds really looked very interesting. We saw Biz coming back on a Reaper, so could have done a lot of damage, was taken down fairly quickly. Boosted stay alive a lot, did a lot of work on the Wrecking Ball. Sorry, on the Wrecking Ball, on the Doomfist. But yeah, Lucid Signs on the Wrecking Ball doing a lot of work. Holiday got demeched fairly quickly, didn't get any value out of the self-destruct. The Tracer pick was interesting. I think they could have gone for something different there, but yeah, a lot of
value out of it.
Yeah, they were getting a little bit of value, but it was zoned away quite a bit. So yeah, that was a little bit of a problem, but that was okay. Like it could always be different. A little bit of a side relationship that's going on here. We both have Carfixer and Lucid Science that have been on Aptix Esports. They have won the Overwatch Brawl in the past, so a little bit. Previous teammates, they know what it means. They're now against each other, so they know each other a little bit as well. A little bit of that banter going on. But it's always cool to see, and we're gonna see a ban on the map Paris. I always talk about this every single time we get to this. It's become a little bit of a mainstream thing now. Like teams sometimes like to pick it because they're more experimental and they like running a bunker comp style. But every other team, if you see them play a lot of 3-3, they're likely never gonna pick Paris because no one likes Paris aside from if you have a very confident bunker setup defense. So and you know how to break it yourself. So no one picks Spanish, so banning Paris is almost never necessary. But instead, we're going to see Junkertown next. And I don't mind Junkertown. I mean, hey, it's a fun map. It's fun for the whole family.
Oh, yeah. Especially if you love pirate ships. Arr.
I think especially if you love... like the pirate ship is one thing, but I especially like it that we see this this flanking sniper meta coming out there. So in Junkertown, the first point's obviously very open. It's a bit different from most escort maps in that regard. And what you often see is that you have these two flanks on the side and the bastion in the middle. But the flank play is actually very interesting because you have to choose which DPS goes on which flank and then deals with that. And so you have Roadhogs helping out with that, Divas helping out with that. And then in the middle, you just have the main tanks, the bastion and stuff like that fighting out, right? But if you have those sniper flanks, the sniper flank battles, that's actually really good to watch because that can sometimes make or break a defense or an offense. Not always, but it sometimes definitely can because then you need to protect those flanks, and if you win those flank battles, they always have only one avenue of attack, which is the center, and that can be very hard sometimes.
Yeah, especially with that, and especially us saying center, we love to say center here, and we love to center out those players. Yes, I'm smooth. We like to center out those players that are your MVP, not ours, because we most likely don't vote. I don't go onto the stream and vote, but those people who are watching on D Live, we love to go. You know, hit us up on twitch.tv // whichever one it is, the Watchers Overwatch. And you know what? Go down there, hit us with, you know, a follow, you know, maybe a Twitch Prime, or, you know, just a sub in general, or just go out and hang out and chat. If you're on D Live, we love you. If you're on Twitch, we love you as well. And go ahead and vote down below for your MVP of the match. We'd love to hear who you guys vote for it. And you know, I don't really like to play favorites. I don't know if you do, Man of Class, but you know, I love my favorites are all 12 people in this lobby right now, not including casters or producers.
I just hate all of them. That's how it goes.
Oh.
No. But in all seriousness, I mean, these
You.
teams. So Orisa's been safe for anyone who hasn't been paying attention, and we haven't seen a ban on Bastion, so we can't see pirate ships. I mean, we still sort of can, but just without a Bastion. And it's still very valuable to play the Orisa Hawk with a double sniper. It's still something you can do, but you just won't have a Bastion on the payload. That's like the main difference. And that will mean that a Goats versus like a 3-3 composition versus an attack like that is a little bit stronger, which is why you see them run out with it, like a 3-3 defense. They're going to definitely set up with that. But on the attack, they do still have the opportunity to play something else. And it's not only Bastion that can break Goats, but just because he does so much damage and they're fighting so close to spawn often, there's just a very popular pick on this map.
Yeah. And do you think if you're trying to go pirate ship, would you have rather saved the Bastion first and, you know, they ban Orisa?
Nah,
you still
you want the Orisa. The Orisa is like the biggest part of why that works because the shield is so sustainable and so like it refreshes so much. So you put a rider on that cart, they break 2,000 HP of shield by just peeking around corners, and then they have a free avenue of attack. So you 100% need that Orisa for it. And you see
there's a nice hook there.
Yeah, so they're still using the same sort of composition. They're just not using the Bastion. So instead, they have 3 tanks and 2 snipers.
Yeah, and Honey Badger's getting harassed at the top side by Kuya, and able to finally get some off, and Q's actually gonna get hit a little bit there, but Honey Badger as well, nearly being taken down, and that's just been one harassment at the top there, but they're gonna try to go over onto the right-hand side if you are the attacking team, and Q's actually gonna get demeched here, being too aggressive. And he's actually able to get Honey Badger somehow with Baby Diva. That's I mean,
Honey Badger was at 1 HP there. It was a very quick kill, but you know now they take it down. That is the biggest loss. They can't really lose Gurn because now all the damage is going to be just free and incoming. They are still stuck in spawn for a little bit, but they will be able to get out with that.
Yeah, and they are going to be going here, and Holiday will be demeched and actually going to switch. Kind of loses a little bit of
charge.
Yeah, a little bit. Not
that much though.
That's fine. But they're gonna be going ahead and pushing the cart here after that fight, when there still is a bunch of players over there to contest this, and it looks like they will be going for it. And here comes a blizzard in Australia in the summertime. Don't judge it. But there's a Valkyrie and the dueling dragons. Boost is able to catch one there. That's going to be car fix, or he's not going to be fixable after that one. The dragon's not able to catch anything. The supercharge is not as well. It will be taken down, but Lucid as well. And Gurn will be traded out from this, and they'll just be backing up. It looks like the Whalers, but they may end up going for a re-engage. Here's Max will be taken down. They will be going for it. A little bit of a passive-aggressive re-engage, but they're able to get it, and it looks like they're going to try to go for those players on the inside side. Lucio, Diva, and sorry, the Zara is going to be taken out here. Beam will be taken down by Honey Badger. He's been doing decently well. A little bit of a silent one, and there's some nice kills there. Slife and Holiday gonna be taking it down, but the Dueling Dragons are able to catch Brooks there on that Zarya, and Full Hog is ready for boosted right now, but it doesn't look like they will need it. Lucid Science is able to take down Gurn. Another kill onto him. He does need to stay alive a bit longer. That Transcendence will be popped there. And here comes another Blizzard trying to catch him inside of it. Carfixer will be slowed down and taken out from it. And this has just been a really, really long fight here. It's just been carried on, and they'll be looking to push this payload through, and it looks like they will have the chance to do that. And it's gonna get walled off here, and like I said, just a really long continuous fight. No really resets coming in, and Brooks is able to get a nice kill there onto Holiday, but Beam's gonna get traded out from him. Kuya is gonna be taken down from the Diva Bomb, and Holiday is gonna get revived 0.5 meters away, 0.01 meters away. And there's a Dueling Dragons able to catch 2 there, and that should very much should be able to
they'll finally get it.
Oh,
I mean, after
I
3 minutes, 3 minutes 15. Yeah, so the biggest problem there, yes, they were eventually going to cap the point, but Redacted was doing what Goats does best, which is just stalling out for so much time. Yes, eventually this competition was going to win because they were never fighting with 6 people. Like after Carfixer went down in front of the enemy spawn, they were consistently 1 or 2 or more people down every single time. So that just means that eventually, yes, you're just gonna lose that point. But the fact that they're able to stall out for like another 2 minutes, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, definitely the elongated fight definitely helped with him. There comes that Blizzard, and their Gurn's gonna get trapped in. That's not gonna be good. There's that Reinhardt down, and Carfixer as well gonna be coming in. That's the 3rd time he's been killed by the Blizzard. But Brooks,
I'm not mistaken, that's the 4th Blizzard coming out, which for a match that's been going on for about 4 minutes is 1 Blizzard a minute. You guessed it. And he didn't even start, and he didn't even start on May as well. He did not even start on May.
Crazy.
So yeah.
Whew, wish we had a statistician in here, but we have you. So, woohoo. Anyways, they're gonna be pushing this to the 2nd point. Gonna go around to the fidget spinner point, hopefully here in a second. There's that Diva Bomb, might catch someone, not able to, but Lucy's gonna be taken out here very quickly there. And then Earthshire's able to catch a good bit there, and Gurn's able to catch 2 there. And that's gonna be a good, clean fight win from the Redacted. And good job by them, able to catch that off. And it was that Earthshatter early, and that Diva Bomb able to zone them out.
Yeah, and the Shatter should really have gotten the value. I mean, the Orisa says you should put your shield down, but in some point you can just walk through that shield, and especially because, you know, Lucid Science went down. And now they're going to switch over to this 3-3 themselves, and they're going to be down in ultimates so much. They only have a self-destruct to work with, and there's 4 ultimates on the other side. Almost 4. Like, give me like 3 seconds. There we go, that's 4.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and they're basically at 50% for Gurn and 40 for Kuya. And gonna go for this high up top defense is Redacted right now. And Beam has been a silent killer this game so far. And there comes that Graviton Surge. See if they can get something out of it. They will definitely. Gurn showing up right now. Able to get 3 on that one. And Holiday's the only one spared. And not even spared, really. But
no, it won't be spared. But yeah, 2 ultimates used, fight 1, and they still have 3 in the bank. We probably get the self-destruct up as well, so they likely don't even lose the ultimate count they had. There are some on the other side. They've been saving their ultimates up. They didn't want to use anything because they know they're sort of going to lose that fight. But yeah, this is going to be the last one. They don't really have another shot after this, so this is where all the ultimates are going to come out.
Yeah, there's a sound barrier and the Shatter to able to catch 1. That's Lucid, and if they can get something out of that, they're not able to. Should have been huge, and there's that Transcendence. They was able to save him from Honey Badger, and this can be a huge fight. There's that Earthshot, not able to catch anything. They needed it, but they may not need it that much anymore. As they're finally able to capture this point with 20 seconds left, and now they're in overtime. And what was really the turning point in that fight?
I mean, a few small things happened there. Like, one of the biggest things was that the self-destructive Holiday, while it didn't kill anyone, it almost destroyed Kuya's mech. And then Kuya's got D-mech just before he got the self-destruct. He jumped down into the fight thinking, yes, I'll probably get the self-destruct with this because I do enough damage. But I think as the counter hit 100, he got demeched. So, or like just before. So couldn't press the Q button, and that's a big deal because then you zone the enemy team out a lot, and that means you can reposition yourself a little bit better.
Yeah, you definitely need that repositioning, and there's going to be that charge. They're not able to catch anything, but Boosted is able to get a nice pick there on Gurn. And these Reinhardts have been picked off very early in these fights so far in the series. But speaking of picked off, everyone's getting picked off right now on the side of Redacted. And this payload is going places right now across the fidget spinner. You may not like it, but it does look like that. You cannot ignore that fact. But we are on the third point of Junkertown with 32 seconds left, and they are pushing this payload and looking very good doing it because they have won the last 2 fights pretty convincingly. But
yeah, they have. But Redacted doesn't care. I mean, they did a very aggressive fight just because of the just for after the checkpoint. So they bought a lot of time, and now it's going to be again in last fight territory. So the ultimates are on for both teams, and this is really the one that decides it.
There's a 3K shatter. They're not able to get any kills out of it. Brooks will be taken down very low there, but not catch anything out of it. And there's a Diva Bomb with the Graviton Surge. It's able to catch one there. That's going to be Biz, and there comes another Diva Bomb. It's able to catch one as well. They're both the Zarya's going to be going down here from the Diva Bombs, and there's that shatter. It's able to catch 4. It's going to be huge, but oh my goodness, the Sound Barrier is able to help them with it, and there's that rally. Need to get something out of it.
Well,
And push Sound Barriers up here. Yes. The Graviton Surge.
The health bars are not dropping on the side of New and Wills, and I don't know how because now they're down in ultimates. But they do still have the grab. But they're down in numbers. It's not going well here for Redacted. That sort of turned around on them.
How is this turned around right now?
That is, I really don't know. I couldn't tell you because they should have won that, but they didn't.
Definitely should have.
Now we're on this place where Kuyak finally gets to use that self-destruct, doesn't get any value, but they're on the card trying to stall out. They're at least in overtime, which is already a big deal. But can they stop them from completing the map here?
That's a big thing, and Holiday is able to catch Beam there. And this should have been Redacted. This should not be a 3-0 right now. That should be 2 because you said, that was cleanup.
This really brings me back to the old lunatic high days, you know, where it's like, oh yeah, you know, they've lost this fight and then somehow they bring everything back. It's sort of what happened in the yeah, it's like it sort of happened in the other side, like in the beginning of the league with Vancouver Titans as well. Sometimes where they just like down bumper, they're down someone else, and they still pull it back. It's all these small plays. A big deal about that was the sound barrier of Sylph going down. You saw Gurn actually going for a charge on him after he shattered him, but the charge didn't quite hit. And then Sylph was able to get the sound barrier off after that. Had that sound barrier not gone off while Boosted was also using that rally, they would probably have a lot easier time cleaning those last 4 heroes up because they didn't have the Reinhardt and the Zarya there. And those are obviously, one, a very like a big damage reduction tool, and Zarya and Reinhardt just do a lot of damage in these compositions. So we'll see another 3-3 matchup likely going to happen here. But Redacted did at least do a very good job of stalling it out. They just didn't manage to win those key fights. And it seems like the longer fights go on, the better that usually is for New England Wales somehow.
Yeah, and yeah, I don't know how, but like you said, those longer fights did go in their favor. But it is going to be a mirror composition as of right now with 13 seconds left going into this. And it is currently 3-0 on Junkertown right now, but going on the offense is Redacted, and they're going to be trying to do this, and Holiday is going to be perched up on the top where those snipers would be, and nearly gets caught there, but they'll be going for an early push here, and actually Gurn will be going over
DPS.
Yeah, why did I say anything about the composition? Anyways, Gurn.
I mean, it was me. I started. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, they got a good kill early on unboosted, which is a big tool of denying DPS here.
Slife and Gurn they traded out.
Yeah, but they got the numbers already.
Yeah.
They got the brig out, and then they just started killing other things. They can still res Gurn back up, so they're fine. And they only have one healer, but they don't really need to heal if the enemy team cannot damage them, which is exactly what's happening. And I like Redacted going onto this DPS composition. It worked well for them on Lijiang Gardens for a bit until they had to switch off, and now they're gonna try to run it more because they have the ultimates to work with already. On the charge, they will have the ultimate soon.
Yeah, Yeah, I don't think you can instantly go from 0 to 100 on ultimates, but you know what? They may go 0 to 100 real quick here in a second in this fight. I tried to slide that one, but this Dragon Blade will be huge here. But speaking of dragons, there's a dueling dragon. It's not able to get anything. Brooks is able to get one, and Kuya as well. But there's going to be that hack is only able to get two. But those two are going to be very important. Boosta and Slifer are the ones going to be taken down here. Honeymoon and Biz as well. Carfix are putting in the work on that far, and the pharmacy is working right now. The pharmaceutical industry is not, but this pharmacy is. And
yeah, they're
Carfix
pushing forward already. I think so. They're pushing forward already because there were staggered spawns there for the defense, so they're gonna go after Boosted as well as Hack. Now cannot use the shield. It is just surrounded by 4 heroes. Will go down as a result. And they might even go after Biz. No, Biz translocates away. That's a smart move.
Yeah, definitely. And look at the ultimates.
It's all momentum. It's all momentum. And as soon as they lose the momentum, they'll likely have to switch off. But with four and almost, they're getting close to 6 already, to be honest, because Hanzo and Summer can build them really quickly. They could just keep rolling for a while here.
They already popped the Dueling Dragons once, and there's a nice pick there from Max onto Biz. And here comes a Dragon Blade and the Valkyrie as well. See, Brooks is able to pick one up, but not before getting picked off by Lucid Badger, popping that Coalescence. It's able to get one. Here comes a Diva Bomb. Diva Bomb's not able to catch anything. Brooks is going to be rezzed here, and here comes the Dragons. Not able to catch anything. Able to split them apart, though. The fracturing will be happening, but here comes a 5-person hack here, but Holiday will be hacked as well. And that's going to be a nice fight win there, and the hack will seal it for them. That rally from Busa not really worth much right now, but Maxon is going to get staggered here, but Holiday is going to be taken down, and Carfix is definitely going to be staggered, and Beam as well on that Mercy, and 3:30 left here on the second point here on Junkertown.
Yeah, Carfixer was trying to get that pick onto Holiday, was out of mech, and then, you know, get out so he can start the next fight with the man advantage. And especially missing that Diva is a big deal for the defense here. Now Holiday will be back, and they'll just be fine. You know, the defense will be fine now because it's 6v6. There's still an EMP on the side of Redacted, and that's probably going to be the thing that has to win them this fight.
Yeah, Kuya needs that EMP to get this, and needs to get it on that Lucio, especially because of that sound barrier. But here comes a Primal Rage, and the Barrage now able to get Holiday there. Gurn will be taken down there, and Primal Rage is not able to catch anything, able to zone them out a little bit here. 240 left, and there's a huge EMP by both teams. Brooks is able to get 2, 3 with their Dragon Blade. Visit 4, Brooks. What is going to do? You ate your Wheaties with that Dragon Blade. And he single-handedly basically takes down all of the Whalers, and they're able to push this to the 3rd point.
That was the simultaneous EMP, the mirror EMP, but the biggest deal about it is that yes, Biz EMP'd almost the entire team of Redacted, didn't EMP Kuya and Brooks, and there was no one to follow up on the new Whalers EMP because they were all hacked up themselves. So that just meant that Brooks had a free Dragon Blade because he wasn't in the EMP, he was already going forward. And that managed to that fight win for them. So they still have the ultimate advantage. This is likely where they're going to struggle a little bit more with that comp.
Yeah, there's definitely that good chance. And I would expect some switches here. A double Coalescence kill coming out, and Lucy's able to clean it up. Carfixer.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
they're going to be switching up here.
Yeah, so there's a reason why you see pro teams switch, guys. That's definitely a thing. So the big deal about that is that now they have fed over an entire team's worth of ult charge to the enemy team while they really didn't have to. They could have just switched straight away. They would have been in the exact same situation, but just not feeding. So that's a little bit of a shame, but they're still ready. Biz almost has an EMP though. They're hacked up Gurn, so we might be able to use it just yet. But it's close enough that they will probably come out right now.
Yeah, and there's a 6-man EMP on the side of Biz right now, and that's going to be cleanup for them most likely. Actually, Lucy's going to be traded out here. Gurn will be taken down, though. And that's going to be that Reinhardt. And, missing that Diva Bomb just by a tad. Trying to get into that corridor, not able to get it. But Redacted are going to be looking to go into this fight. They're going to push this payload as they will be able to do a little bit. And here comes a rally. And the Coalescence on the side of the Whalers. And They do have that Coalescence on the side of Car Fixer right now, and here comes the rally and the Coalescence as well, again on the side of Redacted, and Beam's kneeling that sound barrier, but Slife pops in, is able to save them a little bit here, and here comes a Graviton Surge, and there's a Diva Bomb as well. The Diva Bomb's not able to catch anything. Slife will be taken down here from Brooks, and that's that Lucio and that AoE healing gone right now. And they're able to push his payload a good bit as Redacted right now. Lucy's going to be taken down, and so is Boosted. And they just need to back off of this fight right now as the Whalers, as the Redacted is able to take that fight and able to push his payload a good bit further.
Yeah, definitely. It's just been a big run, but now they have Business EMP again. Sure, there's some ults on the other side of Redacted, but no, they can't really use that if they're hacked. So we're gonna see if that comes out now. Yeah, Sylph doesn't even. Sylph, oh, Beam could have the sound barrier, and it does counter it. Nicely done.
Yeah, exactly. There's that Lucio again, knowing that they do have that hack, that EMP, staying away, and Gurn's able to take 2 down despite being hacked, and he does have that Earth Shatter, and here comes a bomb. Not to catch anything because the shield being popped up, and there's under a minute left here right now. Q will be taken down from the Diva Bomb though by Holiday. There's that Coalescence, and Slife will be taken very low, and there's that Earthshout not able to catch much at all, and this is just going to be cleanup right now as it's just that Sombra on the point. They're going to be pushing this and pushing it to overtime here on Junkertown with, I believe, 35 seconds left. Is Redacted with it, and
Yeah.
that sound barrier really helped them. As the only one up, that was really the one that they needed to have.
Yeah. And let's talk a little bit about what happened before this match started. We obviously saw the Orisa being saved and then the Bastion being banned, but we haven't seen Redacted being interested in running the Orisa at all. So there's a good chance that they saved the Orisa in order to get the Bastion banned, because the other team might have thought they were going to go with something like that, but then that was never their plan. But so they kind of forced, or well, I would say forced, but they kind of made it so that New England Wales actually banned out the Bastion themselves. Well, they maybe had no plan of ever playing it. So, like I said, they really just 9,000 IQ'd that one. Maybe that's possible. I mean, maybe we get into post-game interview. We've had that. We've had the mind games go on in the past, so it's definitely not impossible. That's what the deeper level of strategy the hero bans give. But
or we've had we totally went for that.
Well, we do see the DPS and the defense now. It's going to be triple, not quad, because they want a little bit more sustain from Car Fixer. And obviously, Pharah is a lot easier to sort of counter when you have that attacker's advantage. You just swap to Widowmaker and shoot her out of the sky, and then she really doesn't do that much.
Yeah, it's going to be quad DPS on the side of Redacted right now on the defense, and gonna be trying to, actually not quad DPS, I'm sorry, triple DPS.
Triple.
But
Yeah, it's triple.
Yeah, I can count. But Gurn's gonna be pushing up here, gonna take a good bit of damage, but able to back up from it, and 35 seconds left right now for the Whalers, and Lucy is gonna be taking a heavy bit of damage from Max, and is gonna be taken down, and that's gonna be that fight reset for them. They want to take any chances, just be able to get reset and not have any stragglers taken away, and Lucy's gonna switch over to that Winston, and it's really been some struggles with the main tank so far in this game. Possibly it's because of the substitution, as we heard before, not their main tank coming into this, but you never know. And Max is able to get a nice kill there onto Lucid again, and Biz is going to be hacked. You're going into overtime with this right now, and here comes a Dragon Blade, and this could be huge. There's a Dueling Dragon that's going to be coming out, and Max is able to get one there from the Dueling Dragons by Boosted, and we are in overtime right now, and there's a nano coming in late a little bit. Brooks is able to catch Slife there, and Kuya is gonna get rezzed out of it, and kills are just coming in abundance right now for Redacted, and overtime ticks down, and it's gonna be a really comfortable offense right now for Redacted with 1:35, I believe, on the time bank for them. Not even able to get to the first point.
100%, but we've seen this one before. It is not impossible to hold this. I mean, we've just seen it happen, obviously, but yeah, it's just very hard. I mean, it's very hard to hold it, but it's only 1:35, so it's definitely possible. I'm just curious if they're going to be able to do it and how they think they can do it, because that's the main question in most situations.
Yeah, and we, like you said, we just saw it, but with that extra 35 seconds, they could have gotten another fight or two. And Car Fixer, I kind of want to speak on this composition, but I kind of don't because I don't want to jinx it. But they're gonna possibly try to go for this pharmacy and the May. Never, yet again. Don't listen to me when I talk about compositions.
Yeah,
But
they don't have that much time to get there, though. I mean, they only just selected their heroes, so they have about 20 seconds. They'll make it. They'll make it in time. They're a little bit pressed for it. It'll be the solo sniper on Biz, with, again, the triple tank that they used last time. This time, they will not be using a double sniper, though. So it will be Honey Badger on the Zenyatta.
yeah, the Zenyatta. Definitely a huge part of this is Honey Badger will be
Same quad DPS attack, though. This could be interesting. I mean, it's pretty hard to go past the Rissa and the Hog when you have a lot of DPS.
Beam's getting absolutely beamed right now by Biz. Not going to be taken down, though, from it. And Max has done some damage so far in this game with that Hanzo, but they're going to be pushing this towards the capture point and the win point, and it's just going to be Gurn pushing it right now. And this is going to be an interesting fight coming into this, as they need to hold this. There's no room for error by the defense at all. And Gurn's pushing this right now. Boost is able to get a nice early peek there onto Brooks, but Holiday is going to be taken down pretty low. They're going to be able to get some heals back up to it. And oh my goodness.
They didn't touch.
A C9.
I was just about to talk about, all they need is an EMP Nano Blade, because then you just disable all those tank defensive abilities and you just walk through them. You just it's like knife. It's a knife light through butter. Very hot knife at that. But this is going to be the 4K Dragon Blade, 100%. The EMP came out, just gets two
Double
straight
with
away.
one slash. Yeah, and able to get the dash there, and that was just nice. Nicely
I think
done.
Kuya was shooting. I think Kuya was shooting at them at the same time as well, so they already had done a little bit of damage on the supports, and they just died. And then obviously the Brig just dies because she has no shield and everything to work with, and then another hero. So yeah, definitely nicely done. That's going to be a 2-0 for Redacted, if I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah, 2-0
let's see what
right now.
let's see what they ban next. Is going to be another assault map. Are they going to go for controller hybrid this time? And then what's going to be picked. But yeah, I mean, still curious to see if that Bastion ban, if they sort of force that onto New England Wales, because that could definitely have been a 9,000 IQ play. And we are 2-0 down. We know the New England Wales are the comeback kings. It could be a 3-2 again, but we'll see, because they have been looking good. That's not the problem. But like you said, we've seen Lucid Science go down a little bit early sometimes. Some ultimates are not really looking out. But I do feel, though, that Redacted has a little bit of this inconsistency throughout everything. So they do very well sometimes, and then they just get stuck somehow for too long of a time. So
Yeah.
that's very interesting. They're banning Temple of Anubis, so another assault map's out of the pool. That's fine. I mean, it's Temple. It's a lot of teams don't like it for the same reason that they don't like Paris, in a very similar fashion. But we're going to see the New Wales now go to a different map than that. Maybe they go to Hanamura still. I believe that's the third assault map this time around.
And by the way, just a quick little thing here. Thank you to Sniper Dan for the tier 1 subscription on twitch.tv. Yeah, thank you very much. You're looking pretty smexy today, Sniper, as I must say. And yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for supporting us here as we are able to do this great broadcast for you guys. And yeah, if you guys have a team and want to come in here for next tournament, we are always open to your teams. And yeah, Refuse thanks you. We all thank you here at The Watchers. Thank you, Dan.
Next map. Still waiting for the verdict from the players. It's obviously
Dorado.
a thing they're going to go to Dorado. So another escort map. I just think that's actually not possible. So...
Aw.
My God, yeah, I don't think you can play the same map type twice in a row. Pretty sure you can't.
99% certain.
Yeah, 99% certain. So just waiting for the admin to confirm that.
Oh, thank you, Natter. Not
Natter? Is Natter here? Natter OW, the one and only.
Yeah, thank you for the giant rate of 20 peeps. Thank you
Yeah.
for that one very much. Yet again, we have this for you
Nice,
guys to watch. And,
nice. Is a very good, very nice coach, Natter. Really has been doing a lot of work in the scene lately. So happy to see that raid come in, and welcome everyone if you're watching this. We're currently, if you're just tuning in, which is definitely possible now. We are in a match here between Redacted and New England Wales, and Redacted is currently up 2-0. So we're gonna see Dorado being played next. It could be the deciding map, like the last map of the series. Lucio is going to be saved, and Redacted's going to be starting on defense. And now we're going to see if New England Wales ban something interesting, because I don't think they're going to ban the Bastion again, because they really don't need to. But they could ban something else. They don't have to. Once again, you're not obliged to ban anything, but they could go for something interesting. And I don't know what they're going to go for, though, because we've seen Redacted be more accustomed to playing these DPS compositions. So saving Lucio is not necessarily in their best interest if they want to play a more DPS heavy comp, because then Lucio is not really valuable to you. So it could very well be that, again, they're baiting New England Wales into thinking that Redacted's going to play a 3-3, while in fact they're not. They're going to play like a triple or quad DPS, and then New England Wales just ban something else that's like sort of pivotal to GOATs. And then, yeah, New England Wales looks like the fool because they want to play the 3-3. I don't know, that's options. Yes, we are finally getting the confirmation from the admin that we cannot play Dorado, because in fact we've just played an escort. You can't play two escorts maps, two maps of the same map type in a row. That's just in the rules. A little bit of a late notification, I'll say that. Sorry about that, guys. So we're gonna do the map pick again. The map ban stands because Temple of Anubis is still going to be banned. Doesn't really need to be changed, but yeah, that's fine. It's cool.
Yeah, it happens.
We're just gonna have to wait. Meantime, though, everyone who's new as well, you haven't watched any games yet, but watch out for players, because underneath the Twitch stream there is an MVP poll, so you can actually vote for players. Also, feel free to go over to the live stream there as well, but then come back to the MVP polls, all possible. So we're gonna get a different map here, and there's 12 players here. They've all been doing work, so it's definitely a choice you have to make at some point. I couldn't really tell you. I mean, I have to be impartial, and also, I can't influence you in any way because that's just not fair.
Is it really?
I will say though, there's there's not that many people in this lobby that have a level 3 endorsement level. So yeah, you might want to take that into account if you see it pop up on screen.
Persuasion.
Yeah. It's not persuasion. It's just the fact I just saw there's only 3 people in this lobby with a level 3 endorsement level, and one of them isn't even a player. So, just wanted to point that one out.
I have level 2. But...
Yes, I know. I was not at all referring to myself. That's okay.
Okay.
Which map are we going to? So it's changed to Oasis. We're going to Oasis this time. Which is, so it's not Dorado. It's gonna be Oasis. Who's going to be saved and banned this time around? They could still go for the Lucio save, but instead they're going to go for the Sombra save. And I get that, because like I said, Redacted has been much more willing, or at least doing these DPS compositions. And Oasis is a very good map for that. And Sombra is very good in those compositions. She's almost necessary to be run. So if they're going to ban anything, I think you might be going well by maybe banning a Mercy, because then you deny them a lot of their triple DPS, quad DPS play. Mercy is so pivotal in that, the way her mobility and her healing and her damage boosting works, that I think that would be, they do go ahead and ban the Mercy. And I don't know if that's something that Redacted planned on, but it's interesting. It's definitely a good thing. And Sombra can still be used, don't get me wrong. It's just going to be harder if they don't have the Mercy. They might want to go for something like an Ana and a Lucio, something like that. A different style of the DPS comp. But any other support is so much easier to focus down, because when you run this Mercy triple or quad DPS, you usually have no backline, because Mercy is just with the DPS in the thick of it. And that's the power of it as well. Like, there's nothing they can easily go on. They're just lost and trying to fend off all the fire coming.
Yeah, and by the way, a quick little thing here from the rules. Like we said, we're 99% sure we cannot play Dorado, like we said, and we were going to be paused here, so great time for this.
Yeah,
since Bastion
I know why. I don't have to tell you. It's fine. Go ahead.
Oh goodness. But yeah, it's not. Anyway, so the Bastion that was banned on Junkertown is pretty. I would say it's pretty unlikely that we'll see that on here, and we actually can use a Bastion on this map since it was banned last map. It is usable now since the Mercy is banned. For this map, you can now use a Mercy from either side of the teams, but Sombra is able to be used from both teams, if that makes any sense. I hope I explained that right. But
yeah, there's 30 heroes in the game. They picked one hero that is unplayable by anyone. So there's 29 heroes in the game. That's only for this map. You know, if they go to another map, then that itself resets. I wouldn't say. I don't know if there's a good chance for it. I mean, there is a chance, but we'll see. I mean, the Mercy not being picked especially might rule out the Mercy DPS, but they're good to go for something else. And I definitely think that Pharah is going to be sort of off the table for that reason. That's why we see currently a Genji and a Soldier lined up. I don't know if they're going to stick with this. They're definitely two heroes which ultimates work very well with a nano boost. So that is a very nice prospect potentially, but we'll see the McCree go out of the other side. So they're not using the Summer, using the McCree instead, because McCree and Brig can obviously both stun out DPS that come a little bit too close, and McCree is a little bit of that range damage that you really like to have against DPS, because Ghost just doesn't have that usually.
Yeah, and they'll be going for this, and there's that Soldier 76 going for that high ground, which is Brooks, and it looks like the Ana as well gonna be taking the high ground, and Redacted definitely looking for that, trying to get the little bit of a viewpoint here and able to get that poke damage coming out of it, and the control will be unlocked here on the possibly the final map of this series. The Whalers are a good team at coming back, like you said earlier, the comeback kings, but they have to start somewhere, and this might as well be the place to start at. They're going to be taking a little bit of their stake in the middle of the point without a nail, able to catch it for a good bit there. There's two good anti-nades there, and Kuya is actually going to be caught out here from Biz, and Brooks will be able to get that trade onto Holiday, who's playing that Zarya, and Biz as well going to be taken down here. That's going to be a nice 5v4 right now. There's going to be a nice purple onto Buso, which will be taken down and loose, and this is going to be a nice fight cleanup for Redacted right now, as Soldier is nearing that aim lock right now, which can be very crucial, and of course that Nano Blade like you were talking about earlier, and the Dragon Blade as well going to be up for them, and see when they're
gonna make some switches here now. So it's actually gonna be Lucid switching over to the Winston, which is very understandable. Holiday go over to the Diva, so they want to be more mobile, want to be able to do more against this DPS composition, because they were just standing there waiting for the damage to pump in, and now they can make some more moves of their own. Lucid gets slept again though, just like on Junkertown, but Holiday is there to save him this time.
Yeah,
will not live though.
No. Goes down here, and like I said before, Lucid's been a lot of the early picks, and it has not been going well at all for him so far. And they're not using any ultimates on the side of Redacted right now. They have 4 ultimates, 5 ultimates really, by the time they get 1 on the side of New England, and that's not good if you're a New England fan, or if you're a New England player.
They've got 3. Don't lie. Come on. 3. Sylph will have his up in like a second. Biz will have wasn't. Yeah, it's these are ultimate. If it's on plus 90, they'll have it.
Oh, huge purple. Yeah.
If they don't,
and there's a
Nano.
Nano.
They barely follow up.
Yeah. Not able to get anything out of the Nano. Gurn is able to get him there and kind of find the flying high noon, not able to get anything. Get him taken down here by Beam, and there's the Sound Bear as well as the Visor. Card Fixer is able to get Slife with the anti, and Visor is able to take 1, and Brooks is able to find another. And that's yet again is a nice early cleanup there, as we're at 80% to 80% to 0 right now. Redacted is in the lead and control of the point. Holiday is going to be hacked here and taken down by Beam. It's going to be a really nice stagger for them, and the ultimate economy definitely in the favor of Redacted right now.
Yeah, it's also the point that obviously is most favored towards this DPS competition from Redacted. And here they're going to go in with the Nano Blade. Will it get follow-up? It will get 1 kill.
Gets 1, not to get anything else. Will be taken down here. Brooks is going to be taken down, but Biz is able to counter it back with Max and Beam going to be taken down. And they're finally able to take this point. Not really contested much. The Dragon Blade was able to get 1, and Brooks was able to get 1, but not much out of it else. And Gurn's able to take down Biz, though. And this could possibly be a fight turnaround for them. And there's a hack there onto 2 Holiday and Lucid, and they're getting really low here. Holiday and Lucid. Lucid gonna be taken down, and so is Honey Badger. Slife is also getting really low here, and oh my goodness, Brooks really opens it up. They're able to get 3. May single-handedly take this point back, and it looks like they will, and take the first point here on Oasis.
There it is. Redacted taking the one. They lost the point control for like 26%, which is not a lot. And they didn't really need to hang on to it because they were just coming back with the resources. And a really big deal about that is just they were in the right position. They still had that high ground. They still had that Hammond that just roll around. Their cooldown management and their impact, like their sustain impact, is a little bit better. So yes, they had some tools on the other side. They didn't have the burst damage in order to get that same cleanup value that Brooks, for instance, on the Soldier could have. On this map, though, we're likely just to see the 3-3 matchup, but it could be that New England Wales is a bit shook by that and wants to go for something else here, and it does look like that's maybe what they want to do.
Yeah, definitely want to switch it up after that first point, and yeah,
Biz going on the Soldier now. They think the Soldier got so much value, but Holiday on the Torbjorn is the biggest surprise here. Let's see how that one works out.
Here they go, going into the side of Risa on the side of Lucid. And Holiday's able to take down Kuya out of his mech, but Holiday's turret will be taken down. That's pretty sad, but not really. Kuya's going to be taken down to half HP.
Got that mech back so quickly. Kuya walks into enemy territory to get it back, but it's huge anti.
Gurn gets absolutely melted. So does Brooks, and instead of Lucio fighting on the point, not able to do much, and it looks like they're just going to be able to take this point pretty easily. That anti really helped them there, not to get any healing onto those two. Yeah.
That was huge. And it was already, I already thought it was ridiculous that Kuya actually got out of mech, walked into the enemy team, and then got the mech back and still just got out for free. That was a bit weird, but hey, it happened, and then they still got taken down in the end, so that was good. But we're gonna see the triple DPS come out again from Redacted. It's like challenge accepted. Let's go for this. Let's not play Ghost into this.
Yeah, they're gonna go with not the pharmacy though. They're gonna go with the forest, but with that counter on the Soldier. Here comes Visor. Carfix will be taking it down from Biz and boosted with that rally. And the Nano and the Supercharger are getting up here. Holiday's able to take down Gurn with the turret. Not even Holiday taking him down, actually, just the turret.
Pretty interesting that Max Dimencio is on the Pharah here, because they don't have the Mercy. There is a lot of cover here for Pharah, but the sustain on her is going to be a lot harder to get the same value out of it as she would otherwise. And the Torbjorn, I really think you should look at the Torbjorn turret, because they're constantly shooting it down, but when it's not shooting down, it doesn't matter how much mobility you have. It has auto lock. It will still kill you.
Yeah.
So even like Lucio's have a lot of problems getting out around the point when those things are up.
And here comes Molten Core, which can definitely be a problem here on control points. Able to get two there, the two supports. And yeah, that's gonna be into that.
That's not a push. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're essentially they sort of have to wait until either the Dragon Strike, maybe the barrage will get value, but they have to get close enough to get those things off. And there's not like a static bastion that will go down to a Dragon Strike that easily. So ultimately, they're sort of waiting for Kuya's EMP, but that's not going to be there for a bit.
Yeah, and Holiday's going to be taken down. Here comes a sound barrier on the side of Redacted. Max is able to get one here, able to get two. And the turret will be taken down here. And that's going to be a clean sweep from them. Swiffer, Swifer, where are you at? Because new brands in town, it's called Redacted. And very nice fight.
They really got the value out of those ultimates. I'm a bit surprised of how that fight went, but there you go. It just sometimes happens. Now we're going to see the 3-3 switch on the other side. So yeah, they're just going to use the Winston and the Moira, because obviously they don't want to die to spam damage, so they just use a lot of healing. Knight's anti once again coming out, this time for the other side, the Redacted car fixer.
Yeah, there's been a lot of good antis. And they've been taking this point here. And Redacted needs to defend. There's a sound barrier, and they will be going for a nano onto Farah. Very interesting one. Not able to get anything out of it so far. Brooks is able to catch one there with the Dueling Dragons. Carfix is able to get one as well, but both Lucios are down, and Max is taken down here, and that's really going to be the last hope for them. on University, but there's that EMP there, 3-person EMP, and that could swing things, but not really. But here we are on overtime. Zarya will be hacked. There's not going to be a bubble going to be coming out here. Q is going to get low, but he's able to get a pack going for him. But that's just going to be it for University. And
eventually, it should be, right?
Yeah,
because they're stalling it out. Redacted has been good at stalling things out, but they will not be able to cap this one back. They just don't have the numbers, don't have the ults. And it was really funny because Biz was actually out of EMP range, but then sort of walked back into it just as Kuya pressed that Q button. Didn't go down for it because Kuya alone couldn't really take anyone down there. The bubble, I mean, it was just really nice defense. But yeah, I mean, that was close in the end there. Very nicely done to sort of cap that back because obviously like Fire Barrage and just a Nano Fire could have done a lot of damage. But they somehow managed to split up the team in the right way so that the right heroes didn't die. And yeah, I'm impressed of how they pulled that back. But now they're going to have to do that again because it's 1-1 here on Oasis. And University is the least DPS favored map of the three. So this likely is going to be a 3-3 matchup again. But it does look like Redacted is going to be on the standard one. On the other side, they're going to have the Moira and the Winston still. They might be expecting that Fire pick to come back out, but it's not there.
yeah, and that would be a very huge one with both divas going to be battling out here on the top now to get anything out of it. Brooks will be able to get the first kill onto Boosted, and it is 1-1 on Oasis right now. It is 2-0 or 2-0, however you want to look at it, for Redacted in the series score, and it looks like they'll be able to take first control of this point. And a very nice fight from them, able to get some really nice picks and early picks in there.
And Ares, that's just how it goes. If you try to run that comp into a normal 3-3, you'll generally just lose. So that's why you see a lot of teams just walk. They see it, they walk back to spawn, they mirror. But that's not what they did. So now you're going to see ultimates aligned for Redacted, and then there's going to be an ultimate advantage. And if they rotate it properly, they just win the game. That's just how it goes, because that's how ultimate rotations work with control.
Yeah, and you definitely need to rotate it properly, because if they don't rotate it properly, then there's a good chance New England could get back into this. But here they go. End this. There's a Transcendence. And there's a Earthshot going to be popped off. It's not able to get anything. Beam's going to be absolutely melted by Boosted, and Lucy's going to get really, really low here. The Rouse going to be coming out from Max, and Beam's going to be taken down. Here comes a Diva Bomb. Diva Bomb is able to catch Lucy, and that's going to be huge. And there's a rally on the other side for Boosted and the Diva Bomb. Diva Bomb is able to catch Brooks there. Trade-off on the Diva Bombs, and Gurn is going to be taken down here, and you think that'd be a really nice fight for Redacted, but not able to capitalize on that early Diva Bomb onto Lucid.
Remember we had an ultimate advantage because you won that first fight so convincingly? Well, now look at the ultimates, because it's essentially even, and Redacted is actually down in ultimates because they have 3 and the other side has basically 4. I mean, Lucid will have it after like half a swing of his hammer, so yeah, that'll be fine. But yeah, it's going to be the Graviton off. There's still 2 super ultimates up on the side. Oh, actually on both teams probably, so what's going to be the follow-up on that? The big difference is Lucid's is Shatter.
It's not able to catch anything. Both Shatter's not able to catch anything these past 2 fights, but Holiday's able to catch a lot. And so is that Graviton Surge on the side of Biz, and 65-35 right now, as the New England Whalers do have control of the point, going up to 40%, and
counting. It's counting up. Yeah, but we've seen New England Whalers starting to do increasingly better and better as soon as Holiday starts getting more value out of the Diva play. Either if it's vanilla kills, whether it's nice boops, whether it's self-destruct kills. The more value Holiday gets, the better New England Whales seem to do. So that's really a good bar that Holiday did so well in that last fight. But yeah, they're actually looking very good still.
Yeah, and here they go onto this. The ultimate most likely will be popped here. 65-65, but there's a huge Earth Shatter 5 in it. And Max is able to capitalize on 1. There's going to be another one popped as well. Max able to get 3 here on that Brigitte, and 4 for him. Go ahead and hit hello on your keyboard, because that may just be play of the game right there.
Yeah,
but how about that
really
5-man Earth Shatter?
Well, I mean, we really go back to that first conversation about the old rotation and that, you know, you can just rotate really cleanly if you're on defense. The fact that they only have to use that shatter and that they've almost have it back completely turns around the situation that they created for themselves before. So now they're in advantage again, and this looks like it could be the last fight of the map and maybe of the series.
Yeah, there's a good chance of that. And here they go, and there's a Graviton Surge in the sound and the Diva Bomb to counter it, but oh, Kuya able to get two, and Kern's gonna go in with him some more, and so is Mecht. They're trying to win this right here, right now. Overtime is ticking down, and Redacted moves on in the upper bracket. And we will be seeing the Whalers in the lower bracket. GG's across the board. No reverse sweep today. Oasis and the series will be Redacted.
New England Whales gonna be meeting the Mean Green in the lower bracket loser round one, lower bracket round one, excuse me. And Redacted, yeah, moving on to the, that's already the quarterfinals, guys. It's the quarterfinals. They played one game in the quarterfinals. That's how quickly sometimes these things go when you're in the upper bracket, guys. That's why you want to be in there. So yeah, very nicely done, and hopefully we'll get an interview from Redacted, because there are a few questions I want to ask them. There's just a few, but yeah, let's see who we get. Maybe we get Gurn again.
Go for your MVP on Twitch.tv.
Yeah, definitely. It's still some time.
Yeah, definitely. Nudge, nudge. Wink, wink. Go for it.
Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Yeah. Let me see who we get. I think Brooks and Gurn are both fighting for attention. So let's see who we get. Is it going to be the DPS who wants to be talking about stuff, or is it going to be the main tank that we already talked to? Looks like it's going to be Brooks. It looks like it's going to be Brooks.
Yeah, how about those
professional, man? Oh, what's up, guys?
Oh yeah, those anti-nades are pretty big. But yeah, we've got Brooks here in the chat. Hi, Brooks.
Hey.
Yeah, I mean, we're good. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Thank you. Did you see that coming? Because Gurn before the match was saying like, oh yeah, this could definitely be like a 3-2, or did you like not feel like that during the game?
Yeah, we thought we were gonna lose a little bit because we were a bit rusty in the warm up, I guess. But we ended up pulling through in the actual match, which is good for us.
Yeah, it's a big deal. I wanna quickly touch upon the one thing that happened on Junkertown, where you saved the Orisa, where you're like saving the Orisa because you were counting on them banning the Bastion, and that's kind of what you wanted.
Yeah, they were gonna expect us to go bunker, but we kind of we saved the Orisa because we wanted them to ban Bastion, knowing that we wouldn't go bunker at all, and so we kind of just wanted them to think that while we went quad or goats.
Yeah, that was like a very interesting move, which really helped you out. I theorized already. I thought, yeah, that's definitely what they did. But Ares was a little bit skeptical as usual. But that's okay. I mean, it happens. It was a nice move. It really shows you how those pick and bans can come in handy. I think we've actually seen that same move being made before in this tournament. Did you like see that somewhere else, or was it just?
No, just straight up the noggin.
Straight up the noggin. I mean, it's what you do, you know. Yeah, other than that, we saw you win that first fight on Oasis on the Gardens pretty convincingly, because you know they were on a different comp and then they had to switch off. The fight after that you lost, even though you had some ultimates in the bank. Was it what went wrong there for you?
I think it was miscommunication, honestly, because I don't remember. I'm pretty sure we just miscommunicated some things. I think some people were supposed to be where they were like supposed to be, and we just completely we had a malfunction basically.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, we normally you're set up, you're ready for it, but you just weren't that time somehow.
The comms were on point. When some people went in, other people didn't go in, and yeah, we just had to call the fight early, I guess.
That's fine. I mean, that's how that goes. Like I said, it's good that you managed to get that ultimate rotation back though, because like it was obviously a very big shatter from Gurn. Otherwise, that might not have been happening. But yeah, how are you feeling I mean, still on Oasis, the same thing.
Okay,
because, you know, you had the ultimate advantage and you lost that fight, and then you were like at a disadvantage. You obviously couldn't see that, but you might have felt that. Then eventually you managed to pull it back because you only had to use that shatter in that one fight, and then you were up again. So things. Sorry, I'm rambling a little bit here, but yeah, I mean, Gurn was very happy about the way he adjusted into the team. Do you really feel that adjustment went well, or are there still like a few hiccups that you feel, or you're getting into?
I mean, Gurn's our coach, and he's subbing in for a player, and I mean, we've been scrimming with him for the past few days, and he's been doing really good. I feel like we probably would have done the same if we had our original main tank. He fits in very well.
Okay, well, I mean, that's good to hear. You already alluded to that, saying like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, our styles are very different, very similar, so I just need to be a little bit more aggressive.
He also leads in the comms a lot, which is very good.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope so. I mean, coaches know how important communication is.
Yeah. That's why we got that
yeah.
strategy, the reset. He called it.
Okay. Well, I mean, someone has to be the big brain, and why not have it be your coach?
Yeah.
That's nice to see. Are there like plans you guys have outside of this tournament? Is like a specific goal? Is it just like getting to open division trials, etc., or is there something else going on for some people?
My goal, or I think our goal, is just to do very good in open division. I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't heard much about it. Just win and be good.
No,
Yeah,
obviously.
sure.
I mean, open division is still a bit away from what we hear, but there's a lot of things going on all right now. So I mean, obviously you're gonna continue in the tournament. Are you all gonna be watching the next game to see who your opponent's gonna be, or are you just gonna watch it later?
I'll watch it. Yeah, why not? I'll get them all to watch it. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's
Who's playing?
Of course it's gonna be Revolution versus Citizens.
Oh, that's gonna be a good match. Yeah, I'll watch it.
And we'll be casting it.
Yeah, we will be casting it as well.
Can't wait
I mean,
to
you
hear you guys.
can mute us. Don't worry, we won't judge.
I love your voices.
Yeah. Other than that, obviously, we want to give you a little bit of a shout out opportunity. So thank whoever you want, insult whoever you want. It's all yours. Go ahead, Brooks.
Thanks, team. Beam, you suck at this game. Thanks, Angelica. Good job, Vanny. Thanks, Gern, for the sub. And just one last thing. Beam is a feeder, and that's all I gotta say.
Okay. I mean, hey, that's definitely true, and maybe Beam will take that
Ooh.
constructive feedback in order to better his life. That's always how that goes. But yeah, I want to thank you. Thank you for coming in. We might just hang around a little bit, wait for the MVP because it might be you, and then we haven't congratulated you on that before you leave. So I hope we're getting that in soon. The MVP vote is very interesting, right? Because I don't know if you have seen it before, like in other streams, or like in other streams of the Overwatch Brawl, like the Watchers Brawl.
Oh, well.
But it
Alright,
doesn't
I got 16
necessarily
votes.
always have anything to do. Yeah.
Congratulations, Brooks. You're MVP.
Congratulations.
Thanks, boys.
Yeah. I mean, hey, congratulations on that one.
I'll send you the plaque later.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll be waiting in the mail.
Yeah, I don't know if we ship to anywhere else than Taiwan, but we'll try and get it there. It's gonna be good.
You don't gotta show the plaque. I'm good.
Yeah, don't worry, don't worry, man. Anyways, see you around. Thanks for that. Thanks for the interview, and good luck in the next game, man.
No problem. Good luck casting.
Thank you.
Drink some water.
I got some Gatorade. But
Yeah.
with that, I guess I'll be doing the signing out right now. Thank you guys all for coming in here. We know that some of you guys donated and had their raids come in. Thank you guys so much, guys, to what makes this turn. It makes the wheels go round and round over here. But we'd like to say thank you yet again. I know I say it a lot, but thank you guys for this. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be able to do this, and we wouldn't do this at all. And speaking of doing things, Refuse is our producer and our lovely NA producer. And he has been doing absolutely brilliant. Hopefully no black screens again, but, he does his best, and he's the one who makes us all come together and all do this great tournament. And with these great teams, I have been Aries as your play-by-play casters you may have caught during the game. Me talking a lot and me drinking a lot of Gatorade. But you guys can catch me on Instagram, Aries, ARES_T Thompson, THOMPSO, and you guys can catch up with my daily life, or I may shout out my Twitter at some point if I ever tweet something, but you guys can go ahead and do that. And of course, on the other casting table with me, Man of Class. Do you have anything to shout out?
Yeah, just my Twitter, Man of Class OW. That's all I really want to shout out every single time. Anything interesting I do, I post on there. It's not a lot, but I do some interesting things every now and then. So yeah, I want to thank you for watching, obviously, and we'll see you back here in 37 minutes for the next game, which is going to be a good one, guys. You don't want to miss that.
Yeah,
it's going to be Citizens, the winners of the last Brawl, versus Revolution, who've been showing very good stuff. They are a very highly rated team within the tier 3 scene right now.
Yeah. Well, we'll see you guys back here in 36 minutes, and with that, we'd like to say adios, amigos.